Nigeria government, all the political officers of Nigeria wanna hold different office for Nigeria, from the Senate, ministers, commissioners. I don't just need all of you. Hmm? You people need to start respecting the rules of law. Otherwise, if you guys fail to respect the rules of law and the common man start looking and start learning these things from you people, hmm? the pain will be a small one compared to Nigeria. Why am I saying this? The law, which is the court, the judiciary, is the last hope of the common man. And let's face it, let's be realistic here. As long as Nigeria is concerned, the common man believe that the government has failed them. They believe that the police, the army have failed them when it comes to security, based on so much insecurity, the kidnapping and everything. Now, the court, which is supposed to be the last hope of the common man, the only thing that are still holding back the armed robber, the kidnapper, the bandit, anytime they are being apprehended by the police, is the court that finally sentenced them and they're listing. You get what I'm trying to say? Now, imagine that Nigerians, meaning the common man, now discover that, okay, the court is no longer the hope of the common man because the politician does not listen to the court again. I think now you understand what I'm trying to say. Because if the court no longer, the word of the court, the judgment of the court, the verdict of the court no longer hold water, I'm afraid of what will happen in this country. I'm saying this as regard to this Natasha case, this Honorable Natasha, Senator Natasha, and our Senate President, Senator Akpoti. Now, the 6-month suspension is over. I believe our spokesperson came out and said, okay, the 6 months is over, she should resume. Then, member of the committee from the Senate kick against it and say that she cannot resume now. Now, the reason I start with the court is because even the court has actually given her two options: apologize or come back, or apologize or hold on and serve your 6 months. Now she decided not to apologize and decided to hold on for the 6 months. Now I believe that even the judge that passed that judgment, I can beat my chest that judge, she must be a woman, because if Senator Natasha has actually listened, she would have known that that judge was actually giving her a free way out, that apology. But I'm going to come there. But let me go somewhere. Now, since the court has given that two options, they decided not to apologize. Now the 6 months has elapsed. This is the chamber. This is the red chambers of Nigeria, which is the number 3 man's office in Nigeria. You cannot say you people will not follow the court instruction by reinstating her as a senator back into the chambers. Let her serve her people. Okay? Let her serve her people. Because if key officers start disobeying the court, then Nigeria will be heading for doom. But Senate President, members of the Senate Committee, you people need to respect the court order and reinstate her. Good, let her be reinstated. But let me say something now, that every organization has a leader. Let's start from the lowest. People will be saying, no, we go school. Like the Hagberos, they have a chairman. Every ministry have their commissioner or minister that is leading. And when it comes to the Senate President is the number 1 man. What I'm saying is simple. For transparency, let her be reinstated. And while she's in the acts, then they can raise a motion of her. They can raise a motion that can for a misconduct. because a lot she definitely, there was a lot of misconduct for her part when that 6 month suspension were given to her. First, let them go about what she said as regard to the world body when she went for that their press forever. Now, for her to lead miscreants or talk, whatever you want to call them, to the House of Assembly when they were holding the process to disrupt the process, that is not a quality of a senator. I believe she should have already made up her mind that she's no longer part of the Senate before making that move. But if she wants to still be a member of the Senate, then that will not be forgiven, of course. Because anybody that did something like that will face the law. So the Senate has the rule. The Senate is a chamber on its own. But for transparency, she must be reinstated before the motion will be moved. Then a committee will be set up in that Senate that, okay, they can decide to put her on suspension, indefinite suspension, pending to when the whole investigation is done. I'm not talking about, because first of all, let's face it, we're not trying to favor anybody right here. Whether you like it or not, the Senate president is Senator Goswell Pabio. And even we, that your family, you have a head in the family. Even in your church, you have a leader in the church, which is the pastor. Even in your mosque, you have your imam. Anywhere you go, there's always a leader. So you cannot just wake up and start running down the leader of an organization and you expect that there will not be a committee a discipline committee that will handle that issue. Unless it's not, I don't understand. So if you like, whether you hate the Senate president or you don't hate the Senate president, this is the right thing to do. She should be reinstated into the House since she has served a 6 months. Then all her insubordination, then they'll set up a committee that will look into it. But if you guys decided to feel like the court verdict does not hold water anymore, then that means you politicians are setting a bad precedence that the Nigeria, the common man will be looking and they are learning. And if they decide to learn, it will not be a good one. So if you ask me on this whole issue, Natasha should be reinstated into the House. She most definitely has her own reason for doing whatever she do. Then the committee will be set up. If they want to place her indefinite suspension, pending when the whole investigation is done, fine. If they want to leave her, let her be serving her consistency while the investigation is being carried out, good and fine. But for you not to allow her to be reinstated, that is bad. That shows that people are trying to look like foul play. The right thing to do, let her be reinstated. The committee is set up for all her allegation and everything. If she has allegations, she can challenge the allegation in court. But let her be reinstated, then set up a committee and do the right thing. Not us looking as if our court is dead. Our court is not dead, because that is the only hope that is keeping us in this country right now.